Second half action between this battle of arch rivals, and it's Steths, the home team, leading Munro College by a goal to nil, courtesy of a strike by Christoph Murray in the 25th minute of play. Both teams are ready. Referee is ready. It's going to be Munro College to kick off proceedings in the second half. The big question is, can they get back into this contest? They haven't really created the chances, and as I said before, that they showed little imagination, especially when they're in the attacking third. But seeking their first win this season, they have to lift their game on a number of levels. And right now they have to do some defending. How will they transition now? As Chris Taylor is still with me. Munro, they have a lot of work to do, I believe.
Yeah, certainly, and we saw a great indication of why they only have 4 goals so far this season. And certainly struggled in terms of getting forward and creating opportunities. And they've played this is their 5th game and just 4 goals to their name.
Oh, that's a good looking cross. Well, would have been, but it actually crossed the line before he could get it back inside.
And you saw from the first half highlights, does that ball put into the box with the left boot where the header was wide. That's the only real somewhat half chance that they have created in the entire 46 minutes played so far, as we see confirmation of the substitution. Eccleston on for Bailey. And it was that same Joel Bailey, the number 12, who got that opportunity with the head and was unable to put it on target. Nevertheless, Steths have only had 1 shot on target themselves, which was a goal. So they haven't been doing badly from the defensive side of things, Munro. Just that one mistake in terms of a clearance from Damian Jones, which really cost them. But apart from that, himself and young Malcolm have been excellent.
So there has been a change, by the way, from Munro College with Ruddy Eccleston coming on.
They'll have to adjust now because they're now kicking with the breeze, which will mean they'll not necessarily need to put as much boot behind it. I'd like to see the ball coming through the likes of Dennis Lee a lot more, who obviously has good touch in terms of passing the ball and so on. Certainly has an eye for a good pass, and the more he's on the ball, the chances of Munro creating something advantageous in terms of attack are greater. Jones, the number 19, has been extremely quiet. The old Manchester schoolboy. Track star at Manchester as well. These 2 players are down, 1 from each side. Slight collision. Here it is.
There's the Munro College bench. 1 change made so far, with Eccleston coming on, their number 11.
Bailey going off the number 12.
Yeah, I think there was some injury there. I think it probably may be a forced change. So Jerome Forbes will come off the field for a moment. Here Steths trying to come forward through Murray. Headed away. It's with DeAndre Smalling for Munro College. Dennis Lee. Better pass this time. Richard Walters.
That will actually go for a corner.
Yeah.
Their 2nd of the game, Munro. The 2nd of the game overall. Steths haven't had a corner yet. Both these teams in Zone E of the Costa Cup. Steths sit on top at the moment with 10 points, 3 wins from 4. 1 draw to go with that. 15 goals, 1 against. Munro in 4th. yet to register a victory. They have 1 draw, 1 loss, and 3 draws.
Well, they see the equalizer in this one. Sent in at the back post, and it's headed right. Well, the keeper decided to go across to punch it away. He must have been really bored because I don't think that was on target. But he just went fading at that one.
Devontae Clark.
Yeah.
Yes. That's certainly that was
Here you
going
go.
comfortably wide. As you said, he might have been bored.
And here it is again. That's not a bad cross. It's with Eccleston, but he's forced to go wide. And it's headed away. Now Eccleston allows it to go into touch. That one crossed the line, yeah.
Some sloppy passing by both teams.
Yeah.
In the last couple of minutes.
It's like a tennis match at the moment.
Of the table for variety.
Pretty much. Jerome Forbes, Dennis Lee ran into some trouble there. Webster skipped by a challenge. The play continues. Oh, if we could get that pass going over on the far side, Munro would have been.
He needs a big toe down. That's all he needed to get that ball along.
Here's Smalling.
That will be another corner. Fourth.
Their fourth, yeah.
Fourth of the match for Munro. Can they let it count?
Well, they look a lot better in the second half than they did in the first.
We did say there's only been one 1-0 result after some 13 years.
Not the best delivery on that occasion. It was all on the turf and easily handled.
In the last 23 years, actually. Just one 1-0 result. Came in 2011 here at Steths.
Sean Malcolm. Well, Munro may have to revisit the drawing board here.
Again, it started with Jones and Lee being very quiet. Now, it's actually when Dennis Lee was seeing more of the ball, maybe he needs to make himself more available, that Munro actually started to string some passes in the first half. Didn't result in a chance per se, but they certainly look better coming forward. Their defense, for the most part, has looked solid.
Dennis Lee. Jerome Forbes was barely on the same page, but Munro, they get away with it. Trying to get another attack going on the right-hand side. They get the throw in.
There's an example again of it starting with Lee, then the fancy little back heel, which created space for one of his teammates.
Imagine if that was further up the field.
Yeah. Did return for the ball, but didn't get it. Maybe he needs to be a little more demanding.
And number 10, demanding.
Are you saying it should be obvious?
Pretty much. It comes with the personality.
Well, on the opposite side of things, the Steths number 10 in Ronaldo Webster, certainly he is who they're looking for every time they're getting forward in attack, generally. And when he's on the ball, something seems to happen. Steths themselves are ready in a change. There is Ronaldo Webster, the number 10. 6 goals to his name so far. And here he is. Exciting player. Certainly favors the left side. Skillful. That was in the first minute of the game. Then this. So you can see that the Munro defenders don't want to give him any space by any means. And has a little bit of pace to him as well. This is back to live action.
Munro with a long clearance again.
The number 15 for Steths, Adam Griffiths, who scored so far this season, he's waiting on the sideline. He's about to come in.
Wonder who's coming on for.
Well, that's another poor pass.
Yeah, by the sub on this occasion, Eccleston. Good dummy.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Good give and go.
Dennis Lee
Good
again.
return. Lee to Eccleston. Has some space.
Oh.
Heads to the byline.
Oh, no. What has he done?
Not a lot.
Poor second touch by Eccleston. Should really have been in. Should have been looking to cut into the box to actually expose the defense of Steths and then draw some defenders and hopefully being able to either get off a shot or provide a pass square. And in the end, well, he and the real estate weren't on the same page. But again, you see Dennis Lee coming into action, some nice 1-2s, and then the through pass.
It's Shamar Murray who's coming off. Replaced by Adam Griffiths, the number 15 for Steths. There you go, the confirmation.
I would love to see the Steths defense being pressured a little bit more, just to see what they are made of. And we need to get more players forward. I actually think that generally the Munro defense has stood up pretty well so far. And they have certainly been attacked by the Steths midfield and attacking line. On a couple of occasions that Munro have actually come into the defensive third of Steths, they've actually looked a little bit panicky.
Controlled well by Stevens. Was fouled there, free kick to Munro.
That's good skill. He certainly would have been away. Probably a good foul by Williams. Certainly would have been in Malik Stevens. Can Lee produce the goods yet again? Isco, as they call him.
Well, there's a two-man wall in front of him. Lee delivers.
Oh, not bad. Not sure if going for goal was the right option. Should have been looking to put that ball towards the far post and involve one of his teammates. Nevertheless, not an awful attempt, just over the bar.
Stevens switching sides.
It's going to be too deep.
Oh, well played. Almost. Chandapol Dehaney. Ball over the top. Webster was looking for something, which didn't go his way.
Well done.
Ball switched over to the left-hand side, looking for Eccleston. Eccleston doing battle, but coming out second best. Walters, Forbes, Eccleston. Eccleston dinks it over the top. Tried to control, and the shot was deflected. And the Clark, no problems there for him, but Chandapol Dehaney again in the thick of things.
Oh, went down. That's that. Seems like some cramp. Dehaney's down as well. That's him. And Steths are on the attack.
Yep, Steths are on the attack.
So 2 players down for Munro. 3 players down for Munro. Well, well, well.
4.
4. Another one has gone down.
Was there a lightning strike or something that we weren't aware of? They just went down one after the other.
Ricardo Walters, the number 16, is down. DeAndre Smalling is down.
Here's my question. If all of them get treatment, they have to be off the field, right?
It should be off the field.
So the possibility exists that Munro College will be down to, what, 7 players?
I'm more interested in the fact that their management team is certainly run very thin at the moment. They have to be calling on old boys and all kind of things. Well, here's a moment that changed it all. A bad pass here, unusually by Damian Jones. Nicely pass played in. And young Christoph Murray with a beautiful finish. Here's a pass from Jones. Not sure what he was thinking. And it's been a rare mistake by the Munro centre-back. Well pounced on by Murray. And that was a good finish as well. Well composed. Still had some work to do. Just a little look up to see that the keeper had committed. And it took it wide. And then the low slot to the left corner. His third of the season, Murray. And that came in the 25th minute. And the score has remained the same. You're not missing any action at the moment because 4 Munro players are down but not out.
Well, I don't think all of them will go off the field.
I know that's what you're waiting to see.
I really am. One player is officially off. He had to be stretched off. There he is.
Well, all of the management staff have been on the field because you can imagine at the schoolboy level, there might be, what, 2 to 3 persons on that staff, assistant coach, there might be a physio, maybe a doctor. Well, one has gone off, Donald.
Yeah.
To the far side.
The other 3 got away.
The other 3 are still on the field. There you see one near the referee at the moment. His pants is still pulled high.
Jordan Walters loses it. Eccleston, can he keep it in play? He can.
Not based on the assistant. Central referee Davey. Well, it's been a mixed bag from Eccleston since coming on. His first 2 minutes he was certainly very involved. A couple decent balls being put in the box, but since then he's seen a lot of the action, but it's been more promise than production.
Good movement by Malik Stevens.
And he plays it away.
Oh, again, Stevens to Eccleston.
Well, here's Eccleston yet again. Let's see what he can create.
Eccleston.
Oh,
You know, they call him Coutinho.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Not
not sure who was watching.
Richard Walters is down.
Well, he showed good skill on that occasion to lose the defender or create space for himself, but then the delivery was certainly not Coutinho-like. And we certainly haven't seen any finishes that remind us of the Brazilian either. He still has 27 minutes to produce some magic. Another Munro player is down.
And there's why.
Well, his toe is pointed like a ballerina at the moment. Yeah, I think there's some cramp there as well. You can see how the calf muscle is
Bulging, really.
certainly very pronounced.
So Steths will have a throw. Walters. Green. Lovely ball at the back post. Webster was looking for the room to let fly. The other ball coming in from Tajay Green and Ronaldo Webster.
Really good control by Webster and almost found an opening for himself.
Here's Steths. Not the best ball there. Munro handles well. Munro set to make another change as the crowd gets a little bit more involved. Richard Walters is going to be the one who will be replaced. And he's going to be replaced by Shamor Ford. Oh, he does really well. Pulls it across. The finish, not quite there. And the follow-up in the stands.
Good defending initially though by Smalling. Put his body on the line. Great chance for Steths. They haven't had many chances, St. Elizabeth Technical. That was weak defending, well, there. And that was good defending by Smalling. Certainly put his body on the line. That was goal bound had he gotten it off. DeAndre Smalling for number 9. And then this follow-up should have done better. Tajay Green, who has 4 goals to his name so far this season, that at least should have produced a save.
Munro set to make another substitution. Seems as if Chandler Paul Dehaney will come off. And Sean Kenyon is coming on. That's a good looking ball inside. Headed away, only just. That's a lovely turn it was by Adam Griffiths, but good recovery there in the end by Shamor Ford, who has just come on.
Yeah, well snuffed out by Munro. As I said, the defense of Munro have been under a lot of pressure, but they've stood up pretty well. They've gotten in position, they've put in important blocks. But it's just at the other end of the field that they've been found wanting. 69 minutes gone. And Munro certainly need to find a way to come forward, need more players committing to the attacking positions.
So Steths, they do have a free kick now. Tyrrell Williams is the one who is spotting it. The referee has sent him back a few yards. Leighton Williams making sure that everything is in place from a defensive standpoint. Williams needs a good delivery. Here it is. Oh yes! It's that boy again, Webster. Their number 10 has come up with a first-class header. That's his 7th this season. Oh, it was a perfect one. And Steths lead by 2 goals to 0.
Well, only 1-0 result in 23 years. We were expecting more goals. It's come from the home team. And the 7th of the season, we said that what good would come from Steths' attack would probably come from the boot of Ronaldo Webster. He proved us wrong. It came from the head of him, but nonetheless, an excellent finish. And made himself big, made himself strong, got in front of the defense line that have been stubborn so far from Munro. And a deserved finish for Webster and a deserved scoreline for the home team.
The header was simply perfection. Steths head by 2-0. But with 20 minutes to go, there is still time. At Munro, they have to show something that we haven't seen so far in this match.
He spoke about the need for a good delivery, and that was an excellent delivery by Williams, and so is this pass.
Murray gets there, has 2 to work with. A third defender comes, decides to play it back. It's with Garwood. He was contemplating the shot, but the ball was bouncing upwardly. This is Griffiths now, trying to go along the byline, but Ford gets a challenge in. We have gone into second gear finally in this one.
Yes, that's certainly turning on the heat. Looking to spread the ball both left and right, trying to stretch the defense of Munro. What a delivery that was by Williams, though. Excellent delivery by the left back. And Webster certainly wasn't let it go to waste.
Corner kick taken. Tajay Green. Booted out. Here's a chance for Webster to keep it in.
Oh.
He does well. Webster lays it off or tries to. It's with Murray. Handball surely. The referee waves it off. Tajay Green can't believe it.
Steths still have the ball. Well, the referee was right there.
Griffiths trying to go through traffic. The clearance made by Munro. That had some power behind it. Munro College's defense all over the place. Steths, they're sniffing blood. Just outside the box they are. And Munro should come away with it. Can they now pounce? It's with Lee. He needs a good pass. He treks a run over the right-hand side. It's a brilliant ball. Smalling heads to the byline. One in support. But he loses his footing. And Steths will clear.
Has some good pace as well, but well defended by St. Elizabeth Technical. Well, the game has finally come alive, and so has the crowd. As we said, Donald, I just think the game was just meandering along. Now the intensity has arrived on the field, and it has ignited the crowd, just as we expected. Here was the opportunity and the shout for handball. Referee said no. And Munro's inability to score goals regularly this season has continued. Not yet off the mark after 73 minutes. And struggling in terms of fitness.
Yeah. And they're going to make another change. Looks like as if Jordan
Young.
Jones his time is up.
And Terrain Young will make his way. Well, Jordan Jones, our player to watch today, has not been very active at all. The leading goal scorer for Munro with 2 goals so far for the season. And the track star withdrawn, formerly of Manchester High. And going to sixth form here at Munro. Well, not here at Munro, but at Munro. Here's a confirmation, Young for Jones.
Player is down with a head injury, I believe. Antonio Biggs.
Or chest.
Oh.
Not sure you want to press on that area, young man. to get some instructions. That's number 12. And Tyrell Williams, who provided the ball for that second goal. An excellent one it was. And look at the crowd. We did say it was jam-packed. Here's a better example of how packed it is. And past students of both Munro and Steths here to support the sides. They have been quiet for a long time this afternoon, and finally the game springing to life. And more so from a St. Elizabeth perspective, but nevertheless the crowd has got involved. There is a goal, brilliant delivery by Williams, and look at that punching header from their main marksman, Ronaldo Webster. No surprise that he was the one with the finishing touch. There it is, great delivery, and Williams knew it. You saw him jump as well just as he delivered it. And here they continue to come forward.
Ford with the challenge in on Griffiths.
Oh. And it looks like it will be another free kick from a similar position. Here it is. Certainly played the man before the ball.
It's actually from Sean Malcolm, the challenge.
Yes, felt that pain, Griffith, the substitute. Well, Williams is across again to deliver with the left boot. And there is a man who scored a second in Webster. Can he find him again?
Well, he has about 5 players to aim for inside the box. One lurking outside, just making his way inside now. So 6 players for Williams to find.
This angle a little bit square.
Williams delivers. Behind.
Post.
That was a desperate lunge there by Sean Malcolm.
Because there was a Steths attacker who was coming to the near post to try and hit it on. Here it is. Comes in, yeah, he was approaching there. That was Kevon Garwood. Well cleared by Munro.
So corner kick to Steths. At the back post. Launching at that one was Webster. It was just out of his reach. Well, he probably feels that he can do anything at the moment.
That was Steths' first corner of the game. Munro have had, what, 4 so far? Steths won't mind if they're not getting corners. They're certainly getting the goals. 2 of them. They're 16th and 17th of the season. And they have only conceded 1 in almost 5 games. Munro had conceded 5 coming into this fixture. They have now conceded 2 more, so they're 7. And the table is headed by Steths, Zone E of the Costa Cup. 10 points, 3 wins from 4, 1 draw. 15-4-1 against coming into this, so make that 17. Magaty are second, Newell third, Munro are in 4th with just 3 points from 4 games, no wins, 1 loss and 3 draws. And based on what we're seeing so far this afternoon, this might well be loss number 2.
Well, here's Clark, the goalkeeper, coming out.
Table completed by Lacovia in 5th position and Sydney Pagan in 6th. Just the top 2 to advance automatically.
That's a lovely ball by Green. At the back post, Webster takes it in his stride. Webster! Webster! Oh, oh, oh. That was 2 inches away from magical.
Thumped his foot into the Digicel advertising board. Can't believe him. Oh,
Oh, here's a chance here over the top. It was Damian Jones through on goal. I tell you, the goalkeeper, Devontae Clark, is really bored in this one because he ended up in no man's land and just couldn't get there.
And Jones ran from one end of the field to the other. He's a centre-back, Damian Jones. This was the opportunity for Webster. Look at that. Faked his defender so well. Oh, brilliant skill. How did he miss that? He went for the toe poke. It obviously came off the wrong toe and went wide. Thumped his foot into the digital board. He can't believe he missed. But great presence of mind to draw the defender from faking that he was going to shoot, or pretending, for want of another word. And then a chance for Jones at the other end. Lackluster defending by Steths on that occasion.
Ball nodded down. Steths trying to clear. Still in their own half, trying to make that transition now. Where was all this before?
Well, it took some almost 70 minutes for the game really to come alive. So just maybe 2 minutes before that second goal. 2 to 5 minutes. And it's really been exciting since. And as you said, the Zubazellas and the crowd really coming alive as well. Munro supporters and old boys very disappointed.
That pretty much sums up their match.
Ambitious. That was their other centre-back in Yashane Malcolm. So both centre-backs have pushed forward.
And they may be in some trouble here, Munro. Forget that.
Great idea by Murray, who scored the first goal, the number 7 for Steths. Just pretended like he was going to turn, then carry the ball forward. Great idea. Actually found himself with a little bit of room, but couldn't find the finish.
A goal now would really make it interesting if Munro manages to score.
Certainly. And 2-1, a fixture that is a pretty regular one between these two teams. Oh, what a pass.
It is a lovely ball.
But not a lovely control.
Yeah. Adam Griffiths there. But again, it's Malcolm who flung his body in the way.
Well, it was Malcolm who created damage the last time. This time he's on the receiving end. Poor first touch by Adam Griffith, the substitute. And maybe lucky to escape without a card. Another change is going to be made. Steths are going to make it. Jelani Green about to get an opportunity. And he's got Captain Tajay Reid coming off. So Green off. And Green on for Green. So Jelani for Tajay. Tajay not able to add to his goal tally of 4. The captain of this Steths team given a rest.
Who's your MVP though? There are several candidates. Ronaldo Webster, one of them.
Well,
I also put you, Kevon Garwood, as well as Tyriel Williams.
I actually don't think it's close.
Expound, please.
I think from the start of the game, Webster has been certainly that main man for Steths. He's really stood out. He's been excellent. He's scored a goal. He's created opportunity for his teammates. He's nearly scored more. He might very well score again. The left back has been good in Tyrrell Williams, I agree. Best player on the park? No.
Griffiths hustled off the ball. Malik Stevens hasn't had a bad game. Jerome Forbes.
Murray, who is pressuring the ball as well, the number 7, hasn't had a bad game either. Scored as well. But every time that ball gets to Webster, and even his work off the ball, how he runs the channels, he even gets back occasionally and helps out in the defense on the flank. He's been more than a handful. His ability to spread the ball wide, his vision. Quality player for Steths.
Crowd has gone quiet again. Murray with it.
Well, the tempo of the game has also died a little as well.
I believe that's going to be offside.
No?
It is offside.
Oh, it is. The central referee hasn't seen it yet.
So 3 minutes to go, plus any time added for stoppages. Munro learning yet another hard lesson. Webster collects that well. Webster. And Leighton Williams holds on.
I've been really impressed with his first touch as well, Donald Webster. Excellent control. Even when he's pretending that he's going to do other things, his touch has kept the ball close to him. I know that will make the highlight reel.
Oh, yes. Griffiths.
Surprised
Garwood.
he didn't take a left foot shot there, Griffiths.
Wasn't on the same page with his number 10.
I think Webster faked the run because he wanted to get some space from the defender, but he fooled his teammate as well.
Tajay Palmer. Murray. Christoph Murray sending it wide to Griffiths. Adam Griffiths. Oh, he gets by the first man. Gets by the second. Lays it off. Runs into some traffic there. Jelani Green.
Yeah, I think Green went the wrong direction actually. Should have been looking to come in. On the left foot, tried to carry back wide, and that worked in the Munro's advantage. Carried him into more defensive position and ended up committing the foul. Another Munro player is down.
Ball switched over.
Look at that
It
touch.
is with Webster. Webster over the top. Malcolm will get some attention now.
Yeah, not the best finish by Webster on this occasion, but the first touch was great. Another player suffering from some form of injury from Munro. Look at this control. Excellent. And then the ball bouncing nicely for him. Thought he would have taken it on the volley. Instead tried to take it on the half volley. And didn't get over it. Actually stretched in the end and it was comfortably over the bar. But he's been great today for Steths Webster, and he certainly will be a handful this season in the DaCosta Cup. Some 4 minutes added on for stoppages. And I'll go further to say that I think if Steths are going to find themselves deep in this year's competition, Webster will be an integral person in that. He certainly is going to be the main goal scorer. And based on his ability and his touch, he might very well play a main provider as well, because he attracts defenders. So his ability to find a pass will be critical when defenders do come to him and so on. How will he provide for his teammates? And he seems like he is fine with doing that as well.
You're right, he has to show up in most games for Steths.
Well, he's scored in 4 of their 5 games so far. Just the 1-0 victory over Magati, where the captain Tajay Green got the goal. He didn't score in that one, but every other game he's found the score sheet.
Of course, Munro in the standings, they are in some serious problems as they make another change, and it's Malcolm who is off. His time is up, and Achan Duke is coming on.
Coming into this game, Munro were already in trouble. Hadn't registered a win in 4 games. They're heading towards another defeat. They're second, and they are in 4th position with only 2 to go through.
That's a delightful ball over the top. Can they pull one back? Oh, what a challenge that is.
Wow. Great challenge.
Did some really good work back there, Antonio Biggs.
That was Biggs again. Good challenge by Biggs. Took too long though.
I'm not sure if he had a lot of time.
Was it? No, it wasn't Eccleston actually. It was centre-back Jones, as you said. Maybe not used to being in that position.
Well, he's definitely not in centre-back anymore.
Took a little bit too long. And probably was waiting for the keeper to actually commit, and just as he was about to pull the trigger, Biggs found the foot. What kind of throw is that?
Here's Steths. The green coming forward. Webster on it. Sends it to Adam Griffiths. Griffiths trying to use his speed to get by his marker. Couldn't do so.
Told the defender what he was going to do long before he did it though.
Walters gets it back from Jelani Green. Eccleston has been really cold since he's come on the park, Eccleston.
Started well but didn't continue in that vein.
Oh, Devontae Clark is coming out. And Joanne Salmon is coming on.
A goalkeeping change, wow.
The former Munro man gets the applause from his teammates and is being replaced by Joanne Salmon. Devontae Clark had saved a penalty last time out. Last time these two teams met last season.
Wondering why they would change the goalkeeper, just a 2-0 lead. Although time is almost complete.
Yeah, because time is almost complete.
Okay. Still a strange change.
Free kick to Steths. And time is just about up. Again, the ball punted long. It's nodded behind for a corner kick. And this could very well be the last bit of action for this game. Here's the corner kick for Steths. Can they make it 3-0? At the back post and behind for a goal kick. And that really should be that. Well, more time is being played. A couple of minutes more. I guess in his own mind, the referee thinking that this game started late as far as the excitement was concerned.
6 minutes already complete.
And that's that. And Steths have the bragging rights. It was a tough battle. It wasn't quite classical, but in the end, it was clinical. Rambo Wedderburn can't quite read that expression. But a 2-0 win in the end for St. Elizabeth Technical, thanks to goals from Christopher Murray and Ronaldo Webster. Steths with the 3 points. Munro College, they have to go back to the drawing board.